In the early days of the 7th century Hijri, in the city of Tabriz, a child was born who would later be immortalized among the greatest mystics of the world. Shams al-Din Mohammed, who would later become known as Shams of Tabriz, was raised in a family devoted to faith and mysticism. His father, Ali ibn Malikdad, was a pious man who planted the seeds of knowledge and divine love in Shams from a young age. However, from his early childhood, Shams had a destiny different from others. His mind was filled with questions for which common answers did not satisfy him. This thirst for knowledge led him on a different path. Shams was a quiet yet deeply contemplative child. He was not interested in conventional studies, and rather than surrendering to books and teachers of his time, he turned to silence and meditation upon nature and existence. It is said that even in his youth, he had a restless soul and shunned the hustle and bustle of ordinary life. He was searching for a truth beyond what was written in books. This quest led him on many journeys. From Tabriz, he traveled to Baghdad, Damascus, Cairo, Hijaz, and other major cities of that time, meeting with mystics, Sufis, and men of God. In every city, he remained a traveler, never settling, never attaching himself to a home, always in pursuit of an endless truth. Yet among all his searches, Shams still had a missing piece that he could not find in any school. He sought a truth that did not fit within the words of scholars. It is said that during this period, he became a disciple of a man named Sheikh Rukin al-Din Sajasi and participated in the gatherings of Sufis. But there was something in him that took him beyond all conventional forms. He was called Shams the Bird, for he could not be confined to any place. No city could contain him. Like a fierce wind, he moved from one land to another, restless and ever seeking the truth. Finally, in the middle of his life, on one night of contemplation and meditation, a voice echoed within him. There is someone in Konya who seeks you, just as you seek him. Shams, who always believed in divine signs, set out on his journey. With firm steps but a heart filled with excitement, he made his way to Konya, the city where his fate would be intertwined with a man who would later transform the world of mysticism, Jalal al-Din Mohammed, known as Rumi. The meeting between Shams and Rumi was a moment that merged two worlds. When Shams arrived in Konya, he went to the school where Rumi was teaching and, at their first encounter, asked a question that deeply immersed Rumi in thought. It is said that Shams asked Rumi, "Tell me, who is greater, Muhammad or Bayezid Bastami?" And thus began a conversation that transformed Rumi from a jurist into a passionate mystic. From that moment on, Shams and Rumi became like two souls in one body. They spent days and nights in a state of mystical ecstasy, speaking of God, love, and the true meaning of existence. But this transformation was not accepted by Rumi's followers. Jealousy, suspicion, and anger cast a shadow over the city, and the people who once regarded Rumi as a great scholar now saw him beside a mysterious and enigmatic dervish who had illuminated his being with a new light. Rumors began to spread, enemies lay in wait, and Shams was forced to leave Konya. Shams disappeared once again. Rumi, unable to live without him, fell into deep sorrow. He searched for Shams repeatedly, sent messages, and eventually Shams returned for a while. This return rekindled the flames of love and knowledge in Rumi's heart. But once again, this reunion did not last. It is said that this time, Shams disappeared forever. Some believe he was murdered by his enemies, while others say he left Konya once again and hid among the mountains and deserts. Some even tell legends that he continued his life in Damascus. Whatever the truth from that moment on, no one ever saw Shams again. But Shams did not die. He lived on in Rumi's sorrowful poetry, in the verses of the Divani Shams, in every word that speaks of love. His presence remained not in body but in Rumi's soul and in the hearts of all those who seek the truth. After Shams, Rumi became a poet, danced, whirled, and composed poems that even after centuries, continue to set countless hearts aflame. And Shams still flows through these verses, still lives among the pages of the Divani Shams, still twirls in the dance of the dervishes, still whispers in the voices of lovers, alive forever and always.